So, you want to know how to write a rap song, maybe your very first rap song, right? Good news is, this video is going to teach you exactly what you need to know to go from not knowing anything to writing some absolute heat. Let's get into it. Before we get into the first step, I'll give you a quick preview of a song skeleton that I wrote a little while back. This has not been mixed, it's only been put through my Spotify Ready Vocal Mixing Secrets template, and I'll likely change the melody and the recording at a later date, but let's just give you a quick preview so that you know that I can write songs.
I hate when you're going mental. I can't listen to that shit, it's like some heavy metal. I know I should up and quit, but man, I know this devil. And when it's good, it's really hitting like an instrumental. And you stay up on my mind like my brain residential. You made a poison, but I love the taste. Yeah, I'm such a sucker for a pretty face. Used to blame.
Okay, that's enough. Let's get into it. First thing that is going to set you over the edge and give you a big advantage is this vowel list. Now, I'm going to include in this video a link to my songwriting structure cheat sheet, and that will have this vowel list on it as well because this is so important. Now, these vowels are vowels that sound great, or syllables, stressed vowels that sound great for your rhyming words or for the words that you're gonna sing. So A will sound great. Like, was it she made a poison but I love the taste? Yeah, she made a poison but I love the taste. That's A. And could be like, we'll lose our hands if we keep clinging to this hole, which has hands in there. And, ooh, E, or ow, I, or E, no, it's I, like life, time, right, N, and on, okay? So these vowels, if you have a word with them, it's gonna slap. Generally, you wanna have 2 of these vowels per line so that you have 2 potential rhymes, 2 potential stress vowels so that you can sing those notes if you want to. This is, of course, for rapping, singing. People like myself, if you just wanna rap, you don't wanna sing, then you don't really need to focus on this as much, although it will help you a lot. Second thing is your subject or theme. Now, we're gonna be using Lyric Studio. This is what I generally write in so that I can see my syllables and I can get some nice rhymes on the right. Sometimes I usually just write everything from scratch, so I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes I do get some good ideas on the right. First thing you want to do is pick whatever the thing is about. So for this particular song, it was basically another love song. All I write is love songs these days, but it was basically saying you were right in terms of this woman was telling me that, you know, you can do better than me, I don't deserve you, and my response is, you know, in hindsight, you were right. Yeah, so that's the theme of this song, okay? And this is very, very important. If you don't have a subject of your song or a theme of your song, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to stay on track, and it's going to be very, very difficult for you to write the entire song, because once you get that first verse done, it's going to be hard times. Now, you can grab my songwriting structure cheat sheet. Link is in the description down below, or go to jcarteray.com/songwriting cheat sheet, and that will basically give you what you need to help plan the outline of your song and keep you going in the right direction. Next step is step 3, that's rhymes. You want to pick 10 to 12 rhyming words that are related to your subject or theme, and then from those 10 to 12 words, you want to list as many rhymes as possible as you can find for that. I'll give you an example right now. If we go to one of my past songwriting plans, this is one of my past songwriting plans. So we've got the purpose, summary, theme of the song. It's a love song, appreciating the person in question, expressing how they make me feel great. But let's go to the rhyming words. Here are some rhyming words. We've got morning, we've got a bunch of rhyming words, but let's just show you how it's done. So here's morning, then we got forfeit, organ, boring, adoring, ignoring, pouring, scoring, storing, forging, dawn, adored, absorb, award, accord, morgue, record, thunderstorm, Capricorn, born, warped, support, resort, source. Definitely very useful, yeah? Because when you're writing and you get to the end of the line and you're like, I don't know what my next line is gonna be, you can easily look through all the rhymes that you have to use, and that will spark some ideas, usually. So this is a great way to not only make sure that you never run out of rhymes, but also help you spark new ideas for new lines. So definitely do this. I suggest grabbing a rhyming dictionary. This one is going to help you out a lot. I'll try to remember to leave a link down below to the rhyming dictionary as well. Step number 4 is to plan. You need to plan the song structure and storyboard. So if we go to, well, we don't need to stay in this plan, but if we go to my songwriting worksheet, which is still a work in progress, I haven't finished it for release yet, but eventually this will be released and you'll be able to buy it from my site. It's not there right now, but the link will be down below. So this is like a more in-depth version of that songwriting structure cheat sheet. So we have the main thing of what the song is about. We'll do some object writing as well, which is something that I'll explain in like a companion video that comes with this, but it's not something we need to go into right now. And then we have the structure. So we basically write a plot like we're writing a screenplay or a synopsis of a story. And then we'll just go in there and write what each part of this structure is going to be about. So we'll have the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So let me give you an example. This is Sunrise, another song that I was making. And here we have exposition of verse. This is what it's going to be about. I really enjoy what we have. I wish we could do it forever. I didn't expect it to be like this. You make me feel like an excited child again. Then rise in action. I wasn't looking for love, neither were you, but it found me. I'm not mad at that. I'm pleasantly surprised to see where it goes. So as you can see, this is basically what that part of the song is going to be about. Now, unfortunately, with this song example that I've got in the background, I didn't plan it. It just came to me. I was inspired. But if I go into Sunrise, I'll find a preview of this so you can hear it, so you can actually see what's going on and how it relates to these planning parts real quick. Again, keep in mind, this is not mixed. It's just a draft. Things may change before it comes out. But let's quickly get to... yeah, we'll do first verse 1, 2 about the chorus so you can kind of understand. So look at what it's saying it is.
All these other women I can forfeit just to wake up next to you in the morning. It's a pretty view I'm adoring. Even laying here in silence ain't boring. Cause we had a good night and we woke up on the bright side. Left a mark like dynamite. It was all smiles and you gave me the green light. Hit the spot like a flashlight.
Then
fun and games, eat it up like a takeaway. Unwrap it like it's Christmas Day. Resume, working on it like I'm getting paid. Love my drive like a motorway. You're a sunrise in the winter night, lighting up my world in the darkest times. Spotlight in the black sky. Bright eyes got me hypnotized. You're a hot one like a firefly. Burn me up, you know I like the spice. Froze cold, gotta hold me tight. Sunrise in the winter night.
So as you can see, I don't think this was incorporated that much, but that was the thought in my mind. That was the guiding factor that was there when I was writing. So it helps make the writing process a whole lot easier when you've got a plot, a synopsis to work from. So make sure you're doing that. Although you don't have to stick strictly to it all the time if you come up with something better. For example, when I got fun and games, eating up like a takeaway, unwrap it like it's Christmas Day, resume, working on it like I'm getting paid, love my drive like a motorway. Like I thought that was sick, innit? So I just went with that. Like that was just saying, you know, everything's going well. You know, we're both enjoying ourselves, blah, blah, blah. And it was an inventive way to talk about it. So stuff like that. Now, the last step I want to give you is about syllables. Now, I know that may sound boring. You may be running away, but come back here. Get over here. Syllables are something that you should be thinking about because it will change how interesting your lyrics sound. If every line has the same amount of syllables, it will sound boring. So you need to mix up syllables. And the most important and easiest thing to do is common meter, yeah? Common meter is a basic strategy to make your rhyme sound more interesting. What common meter is, let's see if I've actually done any common meter here. I mean, this is kind of common meter. Basically is when you have a number of syllables in one line, yeah? So 15 syllables, then you change it in the next line, 16 syllables, and then you go back to the original amount, 15 syllables. So 15, 16, 15, that's common meter. 10, 13, 14, 16, bit less common meter, but I liked the lyrics and it worked. 12, 16, 13, 14, bit less common meter, but when you have syllables that are so close to each other, like 12 and 13, kind of gives the same effect anyways. but as long as you have a little bit of change, it's going to make things sound more interesting. So make sure that you're changing your syllables up and they're not just the same all the way. Let's give you an example. This is the same as this one is. Both have 4/4. In order to change this to common meter, first of all, we'd need to have more than 2 lines. So if we do that, so this one is the same as the third, and then we'll just copy this over, and then now we've got common meter 7/4/7/4. Okay, that's what common meter is, and that will just make everything sound more interesting off the rip. Even if your lyrics are terrible, it will still sound better with common meter. But the way to make your lyrics not terrible is to try to get in some wordplay every other line. That is harder than it sounds, but it will make your music way more interesting. I don't even think I do that. Like, I'm not always keeping that in the forefront of my mind. I'm usually trying to tell the story, but I'm usually just trying to say things in an interesting way. Like, you're made of poison, but I love the taste. It's an alright thing, but I wouldn't call that wordplay. Excuses lose effect when they've been overused. Couldn't see a future with me over you. I was so confused. This is not wordplay, but I like the way it flows. I hate when you're going mental. I can't listen to that shit like it's some heavy metal. That's kind of wordplay, but I know I should up and quit, but man, I know this devil. That's wordplay, because it's like the devil you know. You get what I'm saying? So mix it up, see if you can get some similes in them, some metaphors, some punchlines, basically. If you can get that in every other line and you can use common meter, then your songs are going to be amazing and everyone's going to want to listen to them 100%. If you like this video, you should watch my video on how to write your first rap verse the easy way. That's going to walk you through a lot of great stuff that we only touched on in this video, so check that out. That's going to be left in the link in the description and over there. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.